Okay, so I'll be honest, I'm not really too confident that this video idea is even a good one to explore on this channel, because it's not really a thing. It's just one small little moment that happened at the end of the Vancouver and San Jose game from a few days ago, wherein the clip went sort of viral on Twitter. It has almost 200,000 views, and because it was a thing that I saw live, and I was like, I didn't realize it was that bad of a moment, I guess, for the San Jose Sharks. I was like, hey, why not try to make a video about it, just go over the situation, explain it to the people that did not see what happened, because if you go over to the Twitter page and you just see the video of Logan Couture, San Jose Sharks captain, pretty much just mouthing off at Erik Karlsson on the bench at the end of the Vancouver game, you might be a bit confused. So let's revisit what exactly happened on the night of, Saturday, April 9th, Vancouver versus San Jose in Rogers Arena. This game, if you watched the post-game video that I made about it, wasn't a good game. Like, both teams on both sides of the ice did not really play all too well. San Jose had some opportunities in the Vancouver Canucks zone that they absolutely botched. Vancouver had some offensive zone time where they could not just get past the terrible San Jose defense. This game was just all around a gong show with all the penalties and all the scoring chances and the poor defensive play and the poor finishing ability on both ends. It was a 4-2 game at the end, so there you go. Vancouver won by 2 goals, but it was a really tight game for the majority of the showcase, despite how not great the overall gameplay experience was. And I think a lot of Canucks fans, if you watched the game on Saturday, you would be like, sure, you had some good goals when they did go in, and you had some moments where Temko made some good saves, but just in general, this game was all over the place. It was a lot of stop-and-go hockey, too, because of all the whistles and the penalties, but either way, Vancouver takes this one 4-2, and our story takes place in the last minute of the game. It's 3-2 at this point for Vancouver because you had yourselves the go-ahead goal scored by Alex Chiasson, and in the last minute of the third period, the Vancouver Canucks take a penalty. It's Tyler Myers in his own end who cross-checks a guy while the San Jose Sharks, they've got 6 skaters on the ice, are cycling it around. At this point, it's 6-on-5 because there's the extra attacker, and then when the play gets stopped up, it's Tyler Myers who comes in and completely cross-checks the heck out of Logan Couture into the Vancouver Canucks net. Now, he was able to do this and get away with it because he was already getting penalized anyway. You could have debated, there should have been 4 minutes there, 1 for cross-checking and 1 for cross-checking, but no, they just gave him the 2 minutes that he was initially going to be served, and the San Jose Sharks went on the power play. It was 6-on-4, they were down by 1. The last time the Sharks and the Canucks faced off, it was Barabanov who scored with 1 second left to tie the game and send things to overtime. So there was a lot of kind of anxiety going around in the building and in myself as well, thinking, okay, look, the Sharks did this last time. They were able to pull off a tying performance at the end here. Are they going to do it again? This time they don't. It ends off 4-2 Vancouver as Luke Schenn gets the empty net. But this empty net sequence was kind of hilarious because what you had was a San Jose team that got sent out of the offensive zone. The Canucks can clear it without any icings because they're shorthanded. And as the Sharks are trying to break into the Canucks zone with 10 seconds left, you have yourselves Erik Karlsson, who is stopped up at the Vancouver blue line, just kind of talking to the ref, it looks like. He's not really doing much, he's just there. The Sharks throw the puck over the blue line, and it's Quinn Hughes who immediately takes it and throws it back the other way. The pass is blocked by Brent Burns, and it deflects to the other side of the Canucks blue line, where Bo Horvat is right there. He picks it up and throws it in front of JT Miller, who takes the puck at the San Jose blue line. He takes a long shot towards the empty net. He misses the empty net. It goes off the side, and at this point, there's 5 seconds left in the period. I was kind of fuming at this point because I'd been looking for JT Miller points the whole game, but in a 4-goal performance, he doesn't get any here, as the guy who is right there in the corner with the puck, he follows it into the corner. It's Logan Couture, captain of the team, trying to make a play and trying to tie the game up with 5 seconds left as the puck is into his own end. He rings the puck around the far side to nobody. Nobody is there except for Vancouver Canucks defenseman Luke Schenn, who pinched up, and instead of giving it to Miller, who was right in front, he just sends it into the empty net. You could see Miller's body language there. He kind of looked sort of defeated because he missed the empty net. He had a whole bunch of chances earlier on that didn't go his way either. I said it in the post-game video, but that game was not JT Miller's game for sure. And Logan Couture, after this entire sequence, was just kind of in front of the net as the Canucks were celebrating. He saw the puck go in, and he was just chilling there. You could see he was very upset with the goal the San Jose Sharks conceded with like 0.9 seconds left on the clock. And then, you see the next part, this is the video that actually went sort of viral on Twitter, 200,000 views. Logan Couture, he comes back onto the bench, and he's still not shutting up about that play. He gets onto the bench, and he walks over to Erik Karlsson. He starts staring the guy down, and he's still mouthing off at him. You can see his left hand, it goes up as if he's saying, "What were you doing?" Karlsson is kind of just looking away, looking back at him, talking back. Couture is still got that "what are you doing" kind of body language in this interaction here. And the moment goes on for like 20 seconds at least, where Couture is just asking Karlsson, "What were you doing? Why were you not there? Why was nobody on the boards? I was trying to ring it around, trying to make a play." And then you had yourselves the interview after, where Couture ended up expanding on what happened. Thank you to Sheng Peng, by the way, for tweeting this out on Twitter. Here's the full Couture quote on the heated conversation he had with Erik Karlsson. "I will say the play lines up with what he was saying. Live, I thought it was just peculiar for Logan to rim the puck with just a second left, instead of making a quick pass up in order to make a desperation long shot at Demko." It wasn't just Erik Karlsson, it was Timo and Burnsy too, so Timo Meier, Brent Burns. They were asking why I rimmed it around before the empty netter, and I said I didn't know how much time was left on the clock. I thought there were 15 seconds left, but they told me there was 1 second. I didn't know. I just said, "Next time, can you yell at me? Let me know. I was trying to block the shot." That happens. Conversations. Guys get frustrated during games. That's it. We lost. No one's going to be smiling and happy. The game ends. We flush it. Go back and have dinner tonight. Probably forget about it. The camera, which is what we saw here, could get guys yelling at each other throughout the night. If you've got to any NHL bench, guys are going to be upset for quick spurts at each other. But you get over it pretty quickly. You need thick skin to play in this league. And so the reason why I said at the beginning of this video why I didn't think that this was going to be a good video topic is because there isn't really anything to this. It's just a moment that happened, and it wasn't really too detrimental. Like, I don't think the San Jose Sharks are killing each other in the locker room because of this. Like, things get heated once in a while. I get it. Here's a comment on the Reddit thread on our San Jose Sharks that kind of goes over things in a way that I personally really like. "Despite what Couture said after the game, it's hard for me to believe that he didn't have a feel for how much time was left on the clock between 1 and 15 seconds. Honestly," SD Suzuki says, "I think he was fuming that Karlsson literally stopped playing with 15 seconds left and was trying to protect Karlsson in the interview after cooler heads prevailed. A lot of the times, these things don't get caught on camera too, like yelling at your teammates and all that stuff, so he probably knew this wasn't a good look. What a gosh darn train wreck. To be fair, I don't mind the yelling too much as long as it's not toxic and they can be adults about it and move on." As is what Couture said in the interview. Karlsson was also known for yelling at his teammates in Ottawa many times, but you rarely hear a former teammate say a bad thing about him. And so, this entire thing, although it did garner up 200,000 views, Erik Karlsson getting an earful from Logan Couture on the ice and again on the bench right after an empty net goal last night, that was 100% Couture's fault, not a good look from your leader. Steve Warren tweets out, "I do think this is just a matter of circumstance where Logan Couture, who is a super competitive player who definitely does not like to lose and who still wants to make a play with the last 10 seconds left on the third period where you're down by 1, he makes the mistake in thinking there's more time left on the clock than there is. It causes him to make a brash play instead of probably making the more safer play of just sending it down the ice rather than rimming it around the boards." And the conversation that ensues afterwards with Timo Meier, with Brent Burns, and with Erik Karlsson, that's like, hey, why did you do that? Like, there's 1 second left. You could have held in the corner. They wouldn't have scored that empty net goal. And just having Couture in the moment be like, "Okay, look, we had some time left. Karlsson, what are you doing? You're just standing at the Canucks blue line. You're not coming back. Nobody's on the boards. Why is nobody on the boards when I'm bringing it around? Why is Luke Schenn the first one to get there?" Like, these things happen, right? So talk to me in the comments on your thoughts about the San Jose Sharks, Karlsson and Couture. I wanted to get this video out of the way there too, because this is the kind of topic that the longer you wait to talk about it, the less interesting it becomes, because it happened on a game on Saturday night, and the video was posted yesterday, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this Couture, Karlsson, San Jose Sharks versus Vancouver Canucks thing. I hope you enjoyed this video, Trolls 99, and bye.